Everyone remembers this as the moment Tyler is revealed. But look closer, it's not a twist, it's a mirror. And here's the argument. This scene doesn't just collapse an illusion, it collapses ours. It takes the rules of cinema, of masculinity, of identity, and turns them against us. So my goal is simple, to peel back this scene layer by layer until it stops playing like a twist and starts playing like a wake-up call. Why does the twist in Fight Club leave you unsettled long after the credits roll? Not just surprised, but implicated. Most people remember the reveal, but few notice what it's really doing. You might just think it's a clever trick, a late film sleight of the hand, but it's deeper than that. It's built to make the audience complicit. David Fincher, the film's director, once said, "If they accept everything up to this point, they'll accept the plot twist. If they're still in the theatre, they'll stay with it." That quote tells us something crucial. The reveal isn't just for shock value, it's a test. And the film had been whispering the truth from the beginning. When the narrator says, "Tyler knows this," it's not a slip, it's a confession. The twist isn't sudden, it's cumulative. Fight Club, directed by David Fincher and adapted from Chuck Palahniuk's novel, follows an unnamed office worker who suffers from insomnia, numbness, and a profound sense of disconnection in a consumerized world. He finds solace in a charismatic figure named Tyler Durden, only to discover at the film's midpoint that Tyler is not real. He's a projection of the narrator's psyche, born from his suppressed desires and rage. This isn't just cinema's most famous twist, it's a mirror turned on us, exposing the fantasies we build, the identities we borrow, and the illusions we cling to. It doesn't just rewrite the story, it rewrites us. So what makes the twist endure, not just as a storytelling device, but as a cultural fracture? You probably remember the shock, but what if it wasn't designed to shock at all? What if it was designed to indict? Released in 1999, Fight Club premiered on the cusp of the new millennium. It's arrived during a cultural transition, the rise of reality TV, the dot-com boom, growing alienation in the workforce, and a generation of men uncertain of their place in the world that no longer demanded them to be protectors or providers. Tyler Durden didn't emerge from nowhere, he was the avatar of an era's frustration. Chuck Palahniuk, reflecting on the film's legacy, once noted, "People weren't shocked by the reveal, they were shocked at how much they related to it." That's the key. Tyler wasn't just a twist, he was wish fulfillment. Brad Pitt, who portrayed Tyler, echoed this in interviews. "I'm the guy who's got everything, but I'm telling you, once you've got everything, it doesn't help you sleep any better." Pitt wasn't just playing a role, he was wrestling with its message in real time. David Fincher has always been fascinated with duplicity and constructed realities. From Zodiac to Gone Girl, his work is obsessed with the gap between truth and perception. In Fight Club, he crafts a film where the twist is less about misdirection and more about confrontation. Fincher isn't just about manipulating the audience, he's confronting them. Although marketed as a psychological thriller, Fight Club undermines the genre. Where most thrillers lead us towards clarity, this one strips clarity away. Instead of a climatic resolution, we get psychological dissolution. Tyler isn't just the villain, he's the embodiment of the protagonist's internal war. The twist lasts and stands the test of time because it doesn't just surprise, it reveals. It isn't built to impress, it's built to unmask. And once it lands, you're not just watching the film differently, you're watching yourself differently. So how do you hide something in plain sight and still make it devastating? You probably thought the twist came out of nowhere, but Fincher layered it everywhere. Not concealed, but disguised. The apartment, the wardrobe, the soap, they're all shared. There's only one of everything. The bar of soap Tyler sells, the narrator uses the same one. Their lives are visibly entangled. It's there if you look. Fincher plays with light to split identity. The narrator's scenes are sterile, bathed in green and blue tones. Tyler's are golden, hyper-real. But as the reveal nears, these palettes merge. Visual language collapses the boundary between them. Tyler appears in subliminal flashes early on, single frames that intrude like subconscious thoughts. The editing mirrors advertising. You don't see the message, you feel it. By the time Tyler fully arrives, your brain already knows him. If you listen closely during phone calls, their voices overlap. In the reveal montage, Fincher uses double tracking, one voice under another. It's not just audio design, it's thematic layering. The reveal lands at the film's midpoint, traditionally a moment of character clarity. But this isn't a shift of motivation, it's a collapse of self. What we expect in this scene, a betrayal, an enemy unmasked. What we get, a psyche unraveling. And what it means, the enemy was never external. The twist isn't a climax, it's a breakdown. Fincher reveals the truth using the tools of illusion. The film doesn't hide Tyler, it seduces you into wanting him. Quite simply because the most convincing lies are the ones we need to believe. So why does this moment feel like it's aimed at us and not just the character? Because the twist doesn't just change what we know, it changes what we value. Tyler is more than a character, he's a cultural artifact, a response to emptiness, to helplessness, to a world that sells identity as a product. The twist shows us that the rebellion Tyler represents was never real. It was marketed. It was a performance. The soap was manufactured purity, made from fat, from destruction. The basement is the subconscious, where Tyler is born. And the mayhem in the film is chaos performing as purpose. From a Freudian lens, Tyler is the unleashed id. Pure desire without repression. From the postmodern lens, identity is fractured, performed, assembled. And from the social political lens, is a takedown of toxic masculinity disguised as empowerment. Quite simply, Tyler is what happens when repression seeks liberation through violence. The reveal hurts because we rooted for him. We didn't just fall for the illusion, we chose it. We wanted it. Tyler was rebellion without consequences, revolution without discomfort. That's what makes it sting. The twist isn't just about who the character is, it's about why we rooted for the lie. And once you see that, you realize the film isn't confessing, it's indicting, it's making you confess. After the reveal, what are we left with besides shock? We've traced its structure, its message, and its mirror, but what does it demand of us? The Tyler Durden reveal isn't great because it fooled us, it's great because it showed how willing we were to be fooled, how badly we wanted to be someone else. When the narrator says, "I wanted to destroy something beautiful," he isn't talking about the world around him, he's talking about us, our illusions, our longing, our self-deception. The twist doesn't simply end the story, it dismantles the viewer. It exposes our desires, our blind spots, and the lies we find comfort in. And that's why it lingers, because the real trick of Fight Club isn't that Tyler was never real, it's that for a moment, we wanted him to be. Fight Club's twist doesn't just pull the rug from under the character, it pulls it from under us. And the hardest part is admitting we like the fall.